Okay. Now you touched on something, and we're gonna get a little real. And this is definitely something I definitely want to ask you, because a lot of people, church gets a lot of flack. Lot of backlash. All that, we don't need all this. People give you knowledge from this, that, and the third, and and they'll talk about a church they went to and they weren't treated right. Preachers doing this, preachers doing that. So let's talk about. Let's say, I'm trying to figure out a good way to word this. Why do you think, we're gonna, this is what the series is about, African American dads. And as for somebody that was in the street, because you was in the street, why should African American fathers turn to, I don't even want to say church, but why should they turn to God? Why should they turn to Christ? What benefit will it have in their life?
It's the world teaches you take and not give. Christ teaches you to give and not take. If I used the both methods, when I was in the world, because of who my dad was, and everything, and what I gained from him and what I gained from the world, I took and everything. I took from people. I stole. I beat up. I bullied. I did these things as a man out there. I intimidated. I partied. I drank. I drank a little bit. I smoked my dope and everything and all that stuff. I did these things. But when I got into Christ, when I got into church and I found out that God is real, when God first started dealing with me at Sears and White Oak, God told me his time to change my life. And he told me it's time for you to make a difference. Now, I didn't have no church experience. Even though I went to church as a little kid with my grandmother and grandfather, I didn't go to church the way my brothers and sisters did. They always attached to the church. I disattached myself to the church when I got a certain age. So I didn't have that church background the way my brothers and my sisters did. But when I got to know Christ and Christ came into my life and saved me, I had a one-on-one relationship with him ever since. God took every hate, every misunderstood thing that I had in my mind about my parents, every misunderstood thing that I had in my mind about my brothers and sisters. God took all of that away from me. God made me so much of a better man than I could even imagine to be. And with Christ, I am still growing. I'll tell anybody that's out there in that world today, it ain't nothing like getting to know God. That get to know God for real. That's one thing I told the Lord when he called me. I said, God, I don't want to do it the way man wants me to do it. I want to do it the way you want me to do it. I want to be your way. I don't want to be man's way. I don't want to sit up in a church and somebody teaching me something and I'm going to bust hell wide open. So I got to do it your way. And I'll tell any man, if you want to be right and you want to make your household better, bring the doctrine of Jesus Christ into your household, and that will make your life so much better. Every man that preaches in that pulpit, every woman that preaches in that pulpit is not perfect, but Christ is perfect. And if you get to know Christ the way that I have in my life, you'll understand that everybody that walks in that church with the same problems you have. And some of them don't even get rid of it when they say they saved. And the pastors don't get rid of it when they say they saved too. Some of them get in there and preach for money. Some of them get up there and preach. But I'm in a church where my bishop preached salvation, being saved, making it to heaven. He ain't preaching, give me a big wallet. You got to pay me this here. No. See, the churches have watered down the gospel because they feel watering down the gospel will bring people to church. But I say to any man that if you want to better your life, and you want to come from out that world, you want to get off the alcohol, you want to get off the drugs, you want to get off the womanizing, get to know Christ. Christ will eliminate all of these things from your life. It is a hard thing to do, but you will never regret it.